It's recording.
Everybody, it's Steve Olson. This is WSO, and I'm here with you at the Canadian French Hawaii Telescope Cloud Cam, and it's Sunday, March 5th, and it's about almost 1 o'clock in the morning, Hawaii Standard Time 2017. Check it out. Yeah, what the hell is that? Is what I said too. This now is really taking shape for me. For some reason, we're getting some kind of refraction in this area. It almost seems to me that there's some kind of pre-positioned something going on in this area of the sky. I can't explain everything in here, but man, that is the weirdest reflection I've ever seen in my life. Isn't it for you too? And then we'll go a little further here, and it keeps going. Get these little weird flashes of electromagnetic energy. I don't know what that is. And boom, it happens again. But this time it's a higher angle. So you can see whatever this apparatus is or whatever's happening is moving. Interesting, huh? And then one more here, and then we'll get off the this camera again on March 5th. Oh, one last shot, and it seems to be coming from a higher angle over here. Just a very mysterious kind of thing. I thought I'd share that with you. And to even further deepen the mystery, let's check this out. And then you can see, just to finish off the segment, that I went back into the archives and found this 11/29/2016, or that a subscriber sent to me, and we were just marveling over the kind of the Fresnel lens thing, and then we actually saw this in one of the photographs we took, and it looks strangely like the same thing we're seeing in Hawaii, and it makes me think that there's some kind of a shield. I don't know what you'd call it, and perhaps that's the object with the shield on it. I just don't know. It's a completely wild looking thing, and I just thought you guys would be interested in seeing it. All right, let's take a look at this footage from the N.A.S.A FA WeatherCam March 9th. And I will slow this down and we'll take a closer look at it here after I play through this one time. Now, let's take a little closer look at this, and we'll just play around with this. Now, some could say that what we're seeing is some kind of I don't know, tree branch, something like that. But let's take a little closer look. Watch what happens when I kind of just do this. This thing goes, it looks, and again, I'm suspecting it some kind of a plasma tube or something, okay? Being the conspiracy guy I am. And then in this case, here it comes down all the way down to behind the hill over here. And you can almost see that it looks just like some kind of a plasma tube or something coming from the sky. So I'm looking at this as it's coming from the sky. If it was a tree branch, I think it would stay pretty fixed there. But let's just keep going through here. And now this thing, whatever it is, starts to push over to this direction, okay? And then it looks like something is out of the corner and then another thing's coming out from the side, right? And then I continue and this thing illuminates, again, which just makes me suspect something in the camera. But as it goes by, by the way, as it goes by later, and I didn't get this recording, the red ball shows up again. The ominous red ball from Alaska. So I know, right? Just another odd thing to put on our list of odd things. Okay, everybody. After looking at some of this footage, and all of a sudden I had a click in my brain when I saw this particular piece of footage, which I'm going to show you here first. We'll run through it. This is from one of the all sky cams. This one I think is in Belgium, or Switzerland, rather, Switzerland. You notice the orb and the other red orb seemingly floating behind a multiple layer of material? Well, it reminded me of this thing we just looked at in this video, and I'm going to actually put this out as a separate video. But look at this. this and this are the same thing. This and this are the same thing. Okay? And furthermore, I'm going to show you how this big sheet of these sheets of material being reflected by the sun or the false sun down here, and this red object is this object that we're seeing. Furthermore, I'm going to show you some other shots that kind of show you that. It explains the shots that we get from these bloom skies. Again, look at the multiple layers of the shield. Look at the position of the what I'm going to call the brown dwarf itself. Okay, the same. It's the same. Look at this next photograph. That explains the rainbows that we're seeing up in the sky and the halo that we're seeing in the sky. Because if this thing is directly behind the sun, it's probably diffusing its red light this way, or it's coming down from here. And I would suspect that the brown dwarf is actually in this rainbow when we see it in the sky up in here somewhere. So this is the halo caused by our sun and the false sun, and this is the second sun up here. Again, look, check it out. Interesting. Here's another example. This is one where we got the orange cloud or whatever, and we were very suspecting of it. And then here again, you see the whole mechanism of this thing covering something up here. This is where your rainbow comes from. This is where this odd shape comes from. And again, we can see all the different components of what's going on up here. Another example. When we see the big halos, that's when this thing is basically locked on to this. And that's when we get the red halo. You guys getting the idea? Here's another example. This red thing, right, that we see in Alaska is an actual refraction of the brown dwarf. I'm convinced of it now. And then here's that sheeting material in front of it. That's it. That's this. This is this is this. This shielding is this shielding is this shielding, or whatever it is. Okay? You with me? And then, finally, you can see it really clearly here. So just to kind of walk back through this again, guys, I'm just going to show you from where I got the revelation, this piece of footage where I could see something floating, what seems to be behind a fixed shield with some kind of a thing coming out, a little red orb on top, other orb on the bottom. Guys, this is revolutionary. I think we figured it out. I think we got it. I think we got it, man. And then here's the comparison of it with the Hawaii cam footage that we got from March 5th. Again, showing it pretty clearly that this and this and this and this are the same thing. And then we look at our bloom sky shots and we can clearly see how those things match up. It explains why we get this rainbow in the sky, again, from this unit, this shielding, whatever it is. For all I know, they could have deployed water in space. Okay? I don't know. That's what we'll have to kind of pursue together next, I think. But again, it explains this phenomenon. It explains this phenomenon. And it also explains why we can't see this thing unless we're getting a refraction off an Alaska Skycam. Revolutionary breakthrough. This is a breakthrough as far as I'm concerned in terms of our research. I'd like to get your comments and see if you also think it's a breakthrough. Or write to me at olson.steven.d@gmail.com. I think we've cracked it, guys. Take care.